The Boston Celtics are once again reminding the rest of the NBA why they remain one of the most resilient and disciplined franchises in the league, even when circumstances attempt to disrupt their rhythm. Coming off another road victory north of the border, the Celtics have reclaimed third place in the Eastern Conference standings, and they did so while navigating adversity that would challenge most teams. Their 112-96 win against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena was not just another mark in the win column, it was a statement of depth, adaptability, and internal confidence, especially given the absence of one of their most important stars. Jaylen Brown did not suit up for that matchup due to a non-COVID illness, forcing Boston to rely on its collective identity rather than individual brilliance. And yet, the Celtics never looked rattled. From the opening tip, they controlled tempo, executed defensively, and demonstrated once again that this roster has been built to endure the long grind of an NBA season. Now, as Boston prepares to return home and welcome the Indiana Pacers to TD Garden, attention has shifted from celebration to caution. The initial injury report ahead of Monday's matchup introduced an unexpected development. Jordan Walsh, a player who has steadily grown into a meaningful role within the rotation, is listed as questionable due to illness. This news arrives at a particularly delicate moment in the schedule, as the Celtics enter a challenging stretch against quality opponents, including a Pacers team that knows them all too well. The last time these two teams crossed paths in a postseason setting, the stakes were enormous. They met in the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals, a series that tested both squads physically and mentally. Monday's meeting may take place in the regular season, but the familiarity, competitiveness, and underlying narratives ensure it will feel far more intense than an ordinary game. Now, as Boston prepares to return home and welcome the Indiana Pacers to TD Garden, attention has shifted from celebration to caution. The initial injury report ahead of Monday's matchup introduced an unexpected development. Jordan Walsh, a player who has steadily grown into a meaningful role within the rotation, is listed as questionable due to illness. This news arrives at a particularly delicate moment in the schedule, as the Celtics enter a challenging stretch against quality opponents, including a Pacers team that knows them all too well. The last time these two teams crossed paths in a postseason setting, the stakes were enormous. They met in the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals, a series that tested both squads physically and mentally. Monday's meeting may take place in the regular season, but the familiarity, competitiveness, and underlying narratives ensure it will feel far more intense than an ordinary game. The concern surrounding Jordan Walsh is especially notable because of how rapidly his role has evolved this season. Once viewed primarily as a developmental wing, Walsh has transformed into a consistent contributor whose energy, defensive instincts, and willingness to do the small things have earned him the trust of the coaching staff. Over the course of the season, his steady ascent culminated in an impressive run of 16 consecutive starts, a streak that highlights both his growth and the confidence placed in him by the organization. That streak, however, now hangs in the balance. Even if Walsh ultimately suits up against Indiana, the illness may limit his minutes or disrupt his rhythm, potentially altering Boston's rotation plans at a critical juncture. Saturday's game against Toronto offered a subtle preview of this uncertainty. Walsh logged only 13 minutes in the victory, finishing with 4 rebounds and 1 block while failing to score. Notably, he did not see the floor in the second half. While the decision may have been matchup-based or precautionary, it raised questions about his physical condition even before his name appeared on the injury report. For a player whose impact often goes beyond the box score, reduced availability can have a ripple effect, particularly on the defensive end, where Walsh's length and anticipation have been valuable assets. Despite this unexpected development, the overall tone surrounding the Celtics remains cautiously optimistic, especially regarding Jaylen Brown. Brown's absence against the Raptors was felt, but it was also managed effectively. Encouragingly, the latest injury report lists him as questionable rather than doubtful or out, suggesting that his condition is improving. That distinction matters. Brown has been nothing short of elite this season, averaging 29.3 points per game while shooting an efficient 50% from the field. Beyond scoring, he has contributed 6.3 rebounds and 5.0 assists per contest, showcasing a more complete version of his game. His performance has not gone unnoticed on the national stage, as he has earned a place on NBA.com's MVP ladder, a testament to both his individual excellence and his importance to Boston's success. The Celtics' ability to remain competitive without Brown for a game underscores the depth and balance of the roster, but there is no question that his return would elevate the team to another level. Against a Pacers squad that thrives on pace and offensive creativity, Brown's presence could be a decisive factor. His ability to attack mismatches, create his own shot, and defend multiple positions provides Boston with flexibility that few teams can replicate. As the Celtics await final word on his availability, the anticipation continues to build. While Brown and Walsh dominate the immediate injury discussion, they're not the only notable names on the report. Jayson Tatum's inclusion adds another layer of complexity to the narrative. Both Boston and Indiana are navigating the delicate process of reintegrating star players who are returning from torn Achilles tendons, one of the most challenging injuries in professional basketball. In this case, the comparison between Tatum and Tyrese Haliburton offers both contrast and perspective. Haliburton, the Pacers' dynamic guard, is out for the remainder of the season, with no expectation of a return during the current campaign. His focus, understandably, is on long-term recovery rather than short-term contribution. Tatum's situation, however, is different. The Celtics franchise cornerstone is actively pushing himself with the goal of rejoining the lineup this season. His determination reflects both his competitive nature and his commitment to the team's championship aspirations. Yet, the decision to return from an Achilles injury is never straightforward. It involves balancing ambition with caution and desire with medical reality. In this context, expert insight becomes invaluable. Dr. Kevin R. Stone, a respected orthopedic surgeon at the Stone Clinic and a leading authority on Achilles tendon repair, recently shared his perspective on Tatum's recovery process. In a detailed and informative discussion, Dr. Stone addressed the feasibility and wisdom of a potential in-season return. His analysis highlighted the importance of individualized recovery timelines, emphasizing that no two Achilles injuries are exactly alike. Factors such as surgical technique, rehabilitation quality, player biomechanics, and overall health all play critical roles in determining readiness. While modern medical advances have significantly improved outcomes, the risk of re-injury remains a serious consideration, particularly for a player whose game relies on explosiveness and lateral movement. For the Celtics, managing Tatum's recovery is not just a medical decision, it is a strategic one. Boston's championship window is open, but it is also built on sustainability. Rushing a return could jeopardize not only the current season, but future campaigns as well. At the same time, having Tatum available, even in a limited capacity, could provide a significant boost during the stretch run and into the playoffs. The organization's challenge lies in finding the optimal balance between caution and competitiveness. What makes this situation even more compelling is the sense of community that has emerged among players navigating similar recoveries. Tatum and Halliburton have reportedly found comfort in discussing their rehabilitation journeys with one another, sharing updates, encouragement, and advice. This mutual support extends beyond team boundaries, including conversations with other players like DeJounte Murray, who are facing comparable challenges. In a league often defined by rivalry, these connections offer a reminder of the shared humanity behind the competition. As Monday's game approaches, the Celtics find themselves at an intersection of momentum and uncertainty. On one hand, they are coming off a convincing road win, sitting comfortably near the top of the Eastern Conference standings and demonstrating the kind of resilience that defines contenders. On the other hand, injuries and illnesses threaten to disrupt continuity at a time when consistency is crucial. The questionable statuses of Jaylen Brown and Jordan Walsh, combined with the ongoing management of Jayson Tatum's recovery, create a fluid situation that could evolve right up until tip-off. From a broader perspective, this moment serves as a microcosm of the NBA season itself. Success is rarely linear. It is shaped by adaptation, depth, and the ability to respond to unforeseen challenges. The Celtics' response thus far has been measured and composed, reflecting an organization that understands both its strengths and its responsibilities. Whether Brown returns, Walsh plays through illness, or Tatum continues his cautious progression, Boston's approach will be guided by long-term vision rather than short-term panic. For fans, this adds another layer of intrigue to an already compelling matchup. The Pacers are not just another opponent, they are a familiar rival with their own storylines and ambitions. Watching how the Celtics adjust, who steps up, and how the rotation evolves will offer valuable insight into the team's identity as the season unfolds. Every possession, substitution, and defensive stand will carry added significance, shaped by the context of health, history, and high expectations. In the end, the Celtics' journey through this stretch will not be defined solely by wins and losses, but by how they manage adversity and protect their core. The unexpected appearance of Jordan Walsh on the injury report is a reminder that progress is rarely predictable. Yet it is also an opportunity for others to rise, for systems to be tested, and for leadership to shine. As Boston prepares to take the floor against Indiana, the narrative is clear. This is a team built to endure, adapt, and compete regardless of the obstacles placed in its path. If you enjoyed this deep breakdown of the latest Celtics news and want to stay up to date with everything happening around the team throughout the season, make sure to support the channel. Subscribe for more in-depth analysis, game previews, and injury updates, and don't forget to like the video if you found the content valuable. Your support helps bring you more coverage like this right when it matters most.